Annabelle is one of the most famous haunted dolls around the world, and the movie after its name made it even more popular. One glance at the Annabelle doll is enough to assume that it's not the most appealing doll. However, children of the 1970s were well aware of this doll because of its eerie actions. According to the original story, this doll was a gift for a nursing student from her mom, and she and her roommate often noticed that the doll would move around their house by itself, sitting at different spots. They even found handwritten notes about asking for help. After the involvement of paranormal investigators, the doll was stored at Warren's Occult Museum. However, in 2020 rumors started that Annabelle was missing, which concerned the society. Some thought it was just a hoax, while others imagined the worst. Interestingly, stories like this have even led to comparisons to the unpredictable nature of gambling. Just as you'd think twice about taking risks with Annabelle, many enthusiasts prefer safe bets, such as Australia Casino no deposit bonus offers, instead of taking chances with haunted tales. This doll was gifted to Robert Eugene Otto by his family, who used to live in Florida in the early 1900s. The kid was very happy with his gift, and he and the doll became inseparable friends, though mysterious things started to happen. The boy would often blame the doll for his bad behavior, and he wasn't the only one who noticed such a thing. In fact, the family members also realized that the doll was changing positions on its own in the house. Specifically, they had been claiming that they could hear their son talking to the doll, and the doll would actually respond in a different voice. Since 1974, the doll has been a property of the East Martello Museum. Advertisements. Okiku is another famous haunted doll, and its story is going to make you want to choose your doll gifts more carefully. The man who bought Okiku as a present for his sister in 1918 made a mistake by purchasing this doll. A year later, the girl died from a horrible instance of flu. The story says that after the funeral, to honor the girl's memory, her parents made a shrine where they placed the large doll of Okiku as well. The weird part happened when the doll's hair grew on its own just in a few days, and no one could understand why. Later, after the moving of the family in 1938, the doll was taken to the Menaji Temple, where apparently its hair kept growing and growing. Ruby is a porcelain-skinned doll with pink, chubby cheeks that is known for its behavior of shifting around to different places on its own. The doll's origins are somewhat mysterious. The previous owners of Ruby have mentioned that she used to be the property of a little girl who tragically died while holding the doll. Advertisements. Since that accident, Ruby has passed on to the family generations before finally settling at its current location, which is the Traveling Museum of Paranormal and the Occult. The people who visit the place to see Ruby have reported having creepy, overwhelming feelings of sadness while around the doll. Lily was carved in the 1800s in Germany, and now it's stored at Zach Bagans of Ghost Adventures Haunted Museum. One of the odd things about this doll was that her hair was made out of real human hair. The museum posted that some antique dealer found the doll and took it home, but later started having terrible nightmares about a little girl suffering from a terrible accident. When he finally decided to put Lily up for sale at an antique store, one customer who had been a little girl talked to Lily for almost 3 hours as if she was talking to a real-life person. As she said, Lily had experienced major violence. But she wasn't the only customer who reported such a thing. Other customers also talked about strange energy coming from this doll.